Welcome to Arrows TV. I'm your host, Johnny Kelly.
And I'm your co-host, Joseph Barr. The under-14s couldn't follow up their impressive win against Leeds last week with a loss against the Tees Valley Mohawks.
And also on the Saturday, the senior men went down to Westside to play a team that hadn't got a win until the Arrows went down there. Let's see if that changed.
Yeah, I think it went really well actually. To begin with, it was a bit of an iffy start, but eventually we got there. Everyone pulled together, everyone woke up, we got stronger, and yeah, we did really well at the end. I mean, we won by 10 points, so yeah, it's good. I think I did better than the first game, so I'm pretty happy with that. Scored 4 points. Of course I am. Of course I am. I think we're going to do really well this season. I'm very confident. I'm very, very positive about getting to the playoffs. That's for sure. And we'll see through that.
They were the highlights from the game down in Westside. Another victory for the Arrows. They go to a very impressive 5-1. All 6 games on the road, and put themselves in a nice position for the game against East London this week. How do you feel the game went?
Yeah, I thought that the game started off a little slow, but we kept on moving the ball, kept ourselves in it until the second half. We seem to be a really good second half team this year. So I think as long as we carried on moving and wanting to put the ball in the basket, we got there in the end.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, 14 points down, turning that back around. I mean, following Liverpool, where we're 16 points down at half-time. There's some big comebacks that are happening from the Arrows. What's the morale like at the moment?
It's very high. Like we have a lot of self-confidence right now within ourselves as a unit. There's not one person that takes over a game. It can be anybody. So I think with teams that scout and teams that just look at the top 3 scorers, don't really get the full thing with what we are. Everybody has a big game in our team, so I think in the morale's high.
Yeah, I think you absolutely touched upon it. It was everybody is contributing, and in terms of when you do go down, double digits, how are you going to bounce back? And it's a lot of teams go wrong in trying to go solo ball. Everybody wants to be the hero at that point, and it's understanding that you're making sure that everybody understands you're one part of something bigger.
Yeah.
Each player is one part of something big. You're a team, and you got yourself in a hole as a team. You got to work your way out of it. Everybody pulling the same direction. You're going to have your run, and whether you can have that run, then sustain yourself for another run, that's absolutely key. And really, that might be behind the three comebacks we've had: East Side, Liverpool, and now West Side.
Yeah, that's true. But as a coach, what do you think, as a team, is our formula for winning close games?
Oh, I don't want to give too much away, Joseph. I think obviously when it comes down to execution, but I think what really troubles other teams is that we're not running down and running a set offense. I think that really troubles other teams, because by the midway through the third quarter, what's happening with more or less every play. Some teams will drill their offense. What's coming. You're starting to make good adjustments. Opposition teams can't do that with us. They can get individual matchups and tendencies, but really the way we move the ball as a team is incredibly hard to defend. I think that really comes through in those final stages when things get tense. We still playing the same formula of basketball. We're still moving the ball with high energy, and that makes a big difference. Teams really do struggle to defend against that. Key stats for that game: Joseph Ball, to the side of me, 25 points and 9 rebounds. Aaron Mosley had 24 points, 23 of those coming in the second half, and Dennis Scott scoring 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, flirting with that triple-double. We're going to come on to now what might come as a weekly thing. Things getting cut out every week. That's how competitive it is on Irish TV. We're going to come to a ball thought. And the thought for today, Joseph: Dennis Scott, triple-double this weekend. Not the conventional kind of player you'd see. Mm-hmm. What's it like to play with him?
Playing with Dennis is always good, because you know that he's always going to have your back no matter what it is. If you're guarding the guard, or if you're guarding the big, if you're open for a shot, he will get the ball to you. If he's open for a shot, he will get it. So he's kind of like our Draymond Green, like wherever he sets his mind on, he tends to just deliver it, meet his goal, and everybody needs a player like him. Everybody needs a utility guy that has everything in his locker. So I think, it's good. It definitely complements my game, because I get open shots because he draws in the defense and kicks it out. So, yeah, it's very good.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at some action on the Coach's Corner, first on Irish TV. Let's have a look.
Enjoy.
So it's Dennis Scott we're looking at. Here with the dribble, step back shot is good. This time spacing the floor, bringing his man away from the middle, giving James the drive towards the baseline. This next one again, spacing the floor, gets dished on the inside, extra pass, strong finish on the and one play. Then again, spacing the floor again, kicked out, hits the open three-pointer. Able to have a variety of moves. Now down at Westside, nice fade away here off the backboard. And again, strong, coming in on the cut. Lovely finish, nice and strong finish. Going from strength to his finesse. Open shot, drain it down from the three-pointer. Inside, draws all the defence in, kicks it out to the open shooter. You've got the smarts, you've got the power, you've got the strong finishes on the inside, you've got the three-point shot. Just a variety of things that Dennis can do here, dribbling into his nice jump shot, and then to find the finish off, offensive rebound and put back. So it just leaves us to inform you on the weekend's action. A feast of basketball action. Yes, a feast. How festive of us. What's going on the Saturday? What's kicking off?
Under 18s are kicking off the action. Northants Titans away.
Well, we've got like I said, a feast of action on the Saturday, starting at no earlier, probably no later either, 12 o'clock. The under-16s play Nottingham Hoods at Kilmarsh Sports Centre. That will be followed by the men's coming home party after a 6-game away streak. They finally play at home. 2:30 tip-off, that is, against the East London All-Stars. But we'll finish with a semi-final. Yes, a semi-final in the Leeds Ladies League Cup. The Sheffield Gems will play, following the men, at roughly 5 o'clock. They will play Leeds Trinity. Now, Leeds Trinity are the only team they have lost to so far in the competition. Although we were missing some players. Hopefully, players back, big semi-final, big crowd at Kilmarsh.
Oh.
Might be able to get that victory.
Yeah.
Send them into a final.
Let's not forget about Sunday's action now.
Sunday's action. Inform me, please, Joseph.
Under 18s at Kilmarsh again against Newcastle, 4 p.m. tip.
4 p.m. tip. There we go. Like I said, a festive feast of action. Okay. Like I said, come in your red Arrows tops if you got one. If not, come and dress as Santa, because that's in red as well. Alright, we're really going to Christmas this up for the Arrows as they go into the last big weekend of 2015. So let's just re-inform you. Get there at 12, you can see the under-16s on Saturday, 2:30 for the men, 5 o'clock for the women, and on Sunday, 4 o'clock at Kilmarsh for the under-18s. And the last thing we've got to say, stay tuned, stay loyal. See you next week.
Thanks for watching.